Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the channel. We're going to take a little break on the Willys, and I thought I would go ahead and introduce the Trail 70. This little bugger's here to kind of go through and figure out why she's not starting. Number one thing I found was the coil boot had checked out of the program. It's not staying attached. It did have spark, but we did go ahead and pick up a new coil from our boys down at Trail Buddy. They've got everything for these CT70s. We also got a throttle cable. Our throttle not working so hot. So we're going to go ahead and knock that out today, and figured I'd share it with y'all on the channel. Again, please give me that like, that subscribe. Please follow along. And like always, I appreciate you and respect your classics. All right, let's go ahead and get at her. First thing we're going to have to do is remove the grip. Yes, my box is my catch-all. There is a clip. The cable goes in and it locks onto the throttle for the tube. That then allows for this to pull as the throttle twists. Now, we're going to go ahead and remove our spring cap and needle. Without losing. All right, so here's the retainer lock for the cable that runs through the tube, comes out right here, goes to here. So this rubber boot, you have to fight if you've never had it apart. Slide it back so that then this comes off. I'm gonna go ahead and do it, and I'll show you in a second. And here's some of the pieces. There's the needle, there's the clip, the slide, and the spring, which fell. All right, let me pull the cap off so we can show you what that part's gonna look like. All right, so there's our cap with our adjuster, our boot, the cable. So now I'll set you back up on the tripod, and we will slide this up out of the bar, pulling it this way, undoing that clamp. Then we will attach our new cable to this cable and pull our new cable through the bar. So that is what you guys will be watching next. All right. And please excuse the tight quarters, the mess. On this channel, we do a lot of different classics. We've got several motors in the shop. yeah, we make do with what we got. All right. Pull our lock out. All right. And that's unfortunate. We will have to get the client to look for another plug. All right. Gotta watch our wire for the neutral safety switch. Now we can take that's interesting. Oh, I see why. Ha. It's threaded. That makes sense. This is one of the first times I've had a CT70 that has actually needed a throttle kit. Most of the time you can do the spring upgrade kit and you can 100% guarantee yourself, sorry about my big fat belly, that you could get that stick out of the throttle. The problem is this one has such a rotten throttle cable that it has literally broke down into the end. Just having the cable unhooked, it's loose. It's tight. Let's see if I can make it. It barely wants to slide. Like I'm forcibly getting it to come up here. Like this cable's got super pinched in it and binding it. So it is going to get a new cable, which again, from the boys at Trail Buddy, we've got an OE throttle cable and they send it with a new OE cable lock. So this is the lock where the cable goes in, and as we've discovered, it's threaded. Let's get this cable open. All right, so as you see, this cable, throttle cable moves. So let's go ahead and get this taped on. Let's get this pulled through the bar. I am going to let the customer know that we will need to also locate the rubber insert plug here that goes around the cable to seal the bar from any dirt, debris. It also houses in this stop kill switch wire. So we will have to end up pulling this back apart once we get the hand grips he ordered today from Lee's Honda. And I'm going to go ahead and have him get that plug as well. But we can still, for the meanwhile, get the cable in, get it hooked up to the carburetor. Then we got to do the next step, which is remove the carburetor and the air box so we can get a long 10 millimeter wrench to the bolts, well, the nuts, that hold the coil down into its bracket, so we can change out our coil. Yes, a lot of guys say they have to pull the motor to get to them. It's easier that way, but it's longer that way. So if you invest into a decent sized wrench, which I'll show you here a little bit later when we get into that part of it in this video, it's going to be fun, and I'm going to be fast forwarding and obviously going to be editing me fighting and getting into it, but you will see me do it a different way than pulling the motor. All right, let's get back at it, guys. Make sure we got our threaded in on the opposite end, or else our cable would be run backwards. All right, electrical tape. Oh, electrical tape. All right. So we want that end up. All right, we have taped our new cable to our old cable. We have made sure the side that's not coming through the bar is not the threaded side. This is for the cable boot, for the spring and needle. Okay, so here, go there for now. Now we unwrap our cable. Now I'll show y'all. So you can see maybe. There's splits and cracks. It's kind of hard to see. And kinks. That is like one of the worst sections of it. This cable is no good. So up here at her threaded end, you'll slide in our lock. Screw our lock down. Not a lot. You don't want to strip it out. So then now, we have free working throttle. So now we will feed the rest of this back in. All right. We're in on that end. So now we will slide our stop on, which is supposed to have a set screw, which is missing. So unfortunately, we will not be able to use it. Need to get grease or graphite works really well. I have some waterproof grease for motorcycles for this reason. Again, I'm going to be sliding this back off to replace that little insulator boot. So therefore, I'm not going to put graphite on it right this second. But there is a crap ton of graphite in here already. But we are still going to slather a little extra stuff on there. These guys ride out at the ranch with us. Not with us, they are owners at the ranch as well. And this bike lives out there. All right, let's get our cable in. So as the throttle twists, this actuates. I'll go ahead and wipe my hands here and I'll give you all a peek. All right, so as the throttle's twisted, it pulls the throttle cable. As it's closed, it goes back. All right. So now y'all have seen how that works. My catch-all. We got our throttle tube, which has our I don't remember. Right there. There we go. Full throttle. And it stops there. Granted, we don't have our lock bolt. We're going to try to look at getting one of those as well. I will actually be calling the customer once we're done with the throttle cable part of this project. Okie doke. So for now, we will see if we can utilize this to keep it all together. Get a vise. We got a redneck vise. That'll at least hold everything together. The new grip should be here by Wednesday next week. They're in the local warehouse. All right, so now we're going to assemble the lower half of this cable. The first things we will be doing, get on your level. We have this insulator boot. This will be going on the cable first. Then we will put our cable through our adjuster out the end so we can do our needle and our spring. And then we will look at adjusting the cable to the carburetor. To make this a little easier, again, good old trusty, greasy, messy, but slippery. And I'm sure I'm going to find all kinds of fun comments from that one. Woohoo! All right, guys, let's we need that way up out of our way. So I'm bringing the adjuster all the way in to slack as much as I can here for the spring. Since, as you saw, taking it apart, there's some tension. Get a lid back on this before you contaminate it. All right. I am putting the retainer clip Yes, this is a fun task. All right. Now we can their spring collapsed again. All right. We will let y'all see what I did. Okay, so there's our spring, there's our cable, and our needle is back in with our cap. Our adjuster has been brought all the way in. So now we can put this together in the carburetor. Then we can adjust our cable tightness for a nice firm throttle. And then we can slide our boot, which is our handy dandy grease, super conveniently moving around now. All right, I'm gonna set you back up over on the tripod and I will get this in the carburetor. Back at you. Let's do it. All right. Should move that side. So on this throttle insert, there is your idle stop screw. So that will go at the notch. So there is an adjustment on its height. Screw our top back down. So we are definitely loose. We will bring this guy out. Probably about where it was before, honestly. Now we have a super sticky throttle. This bike is a candidate for the upgrade kit, which again, I will talk with the owner about possibilities, but his concern is, why has it not started? He can't get it to start, can't get it to bump start. This we are only doing due to the facts that the throttle, when it was running there, it wasn't just that it was sticky, it was that it wasn't responding right. It had wide open throttled on them. It had hung and not opened at all. So this is kind of an extra to the problem, which is the coil wire boot is in good shape. It does conduct spark. On the wire side, it is so dry rotted that there's nothing left to screw this in to actually bite to. So it's losing contact, which is intermittently not allowing spark. So again, we are going to change out the coil on the next part. But I wanted to thank everyone for tuning in. I appreciate all of the support. And I do know that I'm going to keep making content as long as y'all keep interacting. Please subscribe. Please follow along. And like always, respect your classics.